Our Region's Business is sponsored by PNC for the Achiever in You. Our Region's Business. Innovation, transformation, momentum. Improving our communities and driving technologies that will shape our region for generations. The collaboration that brings vitality, prosperity, and life to living. Stay with us for the coming half hour as we examine in depth our region's business. Now, here's your host, Bill Flanagan.
Today on Our Region's Business, the Robo Bowl kicks off in our region, plus marketing a grad in a box. But first, the winner and new champion of the Business Bout, and some of the finalists too. A few weeks ago, we told you about the efforts of a half-dozen friends in Pittsburgh to put up $5,000 for the best new business idea they could find. Well, they announced the winner early this fall, and Luke Skirman, one of the founders, is back with us, along with 3 of the finalists in the first ever Business Bout competition. Along with Luke, Brad Barbin, the CEO and founder of FindNotice, Michael Kreha, the partner with Bar Marco, and Abe Taleb, a co-founder and manager partner with ReWork. And welcome. Good to see all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations, finalists and winner. That's really terrific. Luke, to remind everybody, where did all this come from?
So we really felt that Pittsburgh had all this amazing entrepreneurial talent, and what we wanted to do was put as much spotlight on Pittsburgh as possible. So me and 5 of my best friends, we had this huge fundraiser in Shadyside. We threw this huge barbecue, and we were able to raise $5,000. And you had us on your show. We got some great coverage on the Post-Gazette and Pop City and Pittsburgh Magazine and Carnegie Mellon and Duquesne and Pitt. A lot of people really got the word out for us, and we ended up getting over 120 awesome business plan submissions. And we met with 12 companies. 6 became the finalists, and 3 of the finalists are here today. And about 3 weeks ago, we announced that Brad won the championship, the first ever, and he won $5,000. And that's not a loan, it's not an equity position, it's just $5,000 to help him advance his business. But it was just a really rewarding experience, and we're just so happy to be able to help Pittsburgh advance itself with so many young, great entrepreneurs.
It's such a cool idea. Entrepreneurship has been so important to sort of rebuilding the Pittsburgh economy over the last 30 years. So what you guys are doing, it's really great. Brad, let's FindNotice. What exactly is that all about?
So FindNotice is a platform for public notices. Just an idea of what a public notice is. It's required by law that anytime a certain set of actions are taken, like government meetings, bid notices, foreclosures, you have to file a public notice in the newspaper. So those are in the classified section. It becomes kind of difficult to find that information if you're looking for something particular. So we've figured out a way to provide that information super easily through the web.
Okay, and you'll be working with local newspapers where this stuff normally gets published to pull all this together?
Definitely. So newspapers are, as they push to become multimedia companies, they're super excited to work with us and use our data mining technology to make these as accessible as possible to the public.
Okay,
and we've got a great commitment from them. You know, they're super helpful. And so we're excited to get some work done. That's
great. So you become the back end to really make what they do a lot more accessible and dynamic, I guess.
Absolutely.
That's really fun. All right, let's go on to Bar Marco. Is this like a real bar?
Absolutely. It's a real bar and a restaurant. We'll be serving food and drinks.
Okay, and where's it going to be?
In the Strip District, in the old firehouse at No. 7 Engine Company. And right now we're working on our renovations, kind of a little bit of renovation, a little bit of restoration, kind of bringing some of the old characteristics of the building back, exposing the tin ceilings and this beautiful glazed brick. So that's where we are in the process right now.
Very cool. And where'd the idea come from? Why'd you guys think you got the concept that Pittsburgh, that the Strip District just really has to have?
Yeah, it's been a passion of ours, all of us, for quite some time now. It had always been a goal of mine to open a restaurant. Bobby and I were working on a wine store in New York City, and it just came to fruition here in Pittsburgh. And we're really excited about working with the Strip District. It's one of the places in Pittsburgh that I see has a real kind of city vibe to it. When you're walking on the streets, there's street traffic, there's people coming in and out of the space daily. So it's a great energy, and we'd really, really love to be not just another restaurant in Pittsburgh, but someone who's part of reinvigorating the Strip District and taking part of this beautiful urban fabric that Pittsburgh has to offer.
That's really cool. Great. It sounds like a great concept in a great neighborhood. Abe, ReWork. What are you guys going to do or doing?
What we're all about is the idea that you don't have to choose between making a difference and making a living, right? So young people these days, there's always pressures that when going out and starting your career about having a job that really pays a lot of bills. but you aren't really using your passion, right? So your 9-to-5 self is very different from your evening self, and we think that needs to change. So we want to kind of reimagine, restructure what work can be, hence the name ReWork.
Okay.
And we do that by using teams of passionate young professionals and unleashing their capabilities to work for impact organizations here in our region. So different nonprofits and social enterprises and other kind of businesses that are trying to do good with their work.
Wow. Okay. A pretty eclectic group you've got here, Luke.
we had no restrictions on who could apply. It could be a bakery, it could be an internet company. It was just a 2-page submission, for-profits, nonprofits, and yeah, it was amazing how great the submissions really were. They were tremendous.
Probably should mention the other three finalists.
Yeah, we had Wink App, which is a great new mobile technology of a way to meet people. There was Porta-Beer, which is like the most innovative, almost mobile kegerator. And then there's Pulse Motors, which is Pittsburgh's first ever electric vehicle company, which is electric bicycles. And they're just doing incredible right now.
So these are actually, in many cases, going concerns, or they're getting some traction. They actually already started their businesses, not just pie-in-the-sky ideas.
No, these are real businesses, and these are people that are working full-time jobs, doing everything they possibly can to start their business and start their passions. Yeah, they really are committed to this.
That's really wild. $5,000 prize. I mean, you guys are trying to start businesses, a restaurant. It's got to cost you more than $5,000. How meaningful was the opportunity for Luke and his friends to put this money on the line? What did it really mean to you?
I'd say it's more than just the money, especially for those of us who didn't actually inherit that prize. But it's been the networking, the connections, the people we've met through the process, getting a little bit of publicity out of it. It's been an excellent experience, even to meet the other competitors.
I think just working with Luke and the other 5 guys with their group has been awesome for us. Kind of through the interview process, we learned a lot about what we want to do, and we're looking forward to using them as mentors moving forward.
Oh, that's great. So really focus your efforts, yeah.
So especially in the technology sector, I think it's just a fantastic time to be an entrepreneur because the barrier to entry is so low right now. There's so much open source software out there that can get you off the ground so quickly. So for a software company, $5,000, that goes a huge way. And these guys touched on it even more than that. The amount of introductions, the advice, the actual experience doing these things before that Luke and his team, bring, and they come with a passion. We've been on the phone almost, every other day or emailing since the competitions happened. So the 5,000 is great, but what's more than that is, the people that we've inherited through this competition.
Really cool. Only a few seconds left. I think you're going to do this. Was this the first business bout?
This is just the beginning.
Okay.
We're going to be setting up a 501c3, and we're going to try to be raising more and more money and giving away even more money. And we can't wait to do this again. But yeah, I mean, I've been running College Fire now for 9.5 years, and I've learned a lot. It's been a lot of ups and lots of downs. And if I can instill some knowledge in these guys to really help them succeed through all the bumps and bruises I've learned, I'd love to do that and want to make as many companies successful here in Pittsburgh as possible. It's
excellent. Great. Well, congratulations to you, Luke, to all of you for the competition.
Thank you for having us. Really appreciate it.
Success. Appreciate it. Yeah. And next up, Pittsburgh may never host a Super Bowl, but it's the perfect place to launch the Robo Bowl. We'll have the play-by-play as our region's business continues.